Now, my name is Jody Lochwood. This is my family's area of the graveyard. Now, most of you are Sunday school folks, right?
Yes.
I remember my time in Sunday school at Temple. Do you all like it?
Yes! They love it!
It was all right for me too, but what I really enjoyed most was youth group. Now, is anyone here involved with youth group or junior youth group? Yeah, you? Okay. Well, when you're old enough, be sure to join. I think you'll really enjoy it. Go talk to her. Yeah, I was elected president of LAFTY whenever I was in high school. LAFTY is the Temple Youth Group. This was an amazing experience for me, but I wanted to make it an even bigger deal than it already had been. I saw that there were a few reserved parking spaces, one for the rabbi, one for the educator, and so on. But there was no reserved parking space for the LAFTY president. What's up with that? So, I did what any young, enterprising president would do, and I made a sign using cardboard and magic markers that said, "Reserved for Youth Group President." It didn't quite work, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I also had a lot of fun with my friends. I've heard people say that I was a great friend. Now, I was never usually the one who came up with ideas for what we'd do, but I was always up for participating. I loved boating, fishing, water skiing, even scuba diving. Anything that had to do with water, especially at Lake Catherine or Lake Hamilton. But enough about that, back to friends. I had one friend, Susie Lochman, and Susie Davis, my bad. She was the kind of girl who would help you laugh at anything. Sometimes even make you laugh at yourself. Now, I remember once, Susie and I went out on the Arkansas River in a boat, and after a couple hours, we headed back in. Everything was going all right. I was backing my car down to the bank of the river to hitch it up to the boat. But I guess I drove a little bit too far. My car began to sink. But at least the boat was still floating. Yeah, I had to call a record to come move my car out of the water. But enough about that. I also loved music. James Taylor, Fleetwood Mac, the Doobie Brothers, probably because they sang, and still do sing, songs about life and love. All the important stuff. My all-time favorite song was James Taylor's "You've Got a Friend." Now, you like it too, don't you? It's good, because it fits in so well with what I'm about to tell you. I bet many of you have songs that seem to speak directly to you, summing up a particularly happy or even difficult time so perfectly. Songs did that for me too. Now, picture me as an adult. I'm working for a while at Jean Lockwood's, but then at my own store, Fabulous Finds Antique Market. Everything's going well. I'm having fun with my friends, but not everything's going so well for everybody. Society was just now beginning to understand this awful disease, AIDS, or acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Now, you all may not even know about it now, because scientists have found an effective way to treat the disease with a lifelong drug regimen. But in my adulthood, AIDS was a death sentence. It was affecting folks who injected drugs, people who required blood transfusions, and gay men. Eventually, research identified the virus that caused AIDS, but this information did nothing to help those who already had AIDS. But Rabbi Levy called me one day to talk to me about what was happening with these AIDS patients. Many of them were dying alone, absolutely alone, because many of their families, their neighbors, and even their friends were abandoning them, shunning them, fearing to be near those dying of the disease. But the Temple was going to start a RAIN team. RAIN stood for Regional AIDS Interfaith Network. Now, each team would adopt AIDS patients and provide them with prayers and thoughts and visits. Now, the entire congregation heard the names of the sick patients on the Misha Berach list, and later we heard the announcements of their deaths. I can say that being a RAIN team volunteer was a profound experience for all of us. And it became even more powerful for me when I became ill. But despite all that, I stayed on the team as long as possible. Now, does everyone know the chorus to "You've Got a Friend"? If you do, I would like for you to sing along with me. All right. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah. You got a I want to leave you all today with a profound quote from the prophet Micah. Now, I saw this quote all the time when I was walking up to Sunday school, and I'm sure all of you see it too. Picture the 3 stained glass windows reminding me and reminding all of you the importance of doing justice, loving mercy, and walking humbly with your God. You can't go wrong with a message like that, can you, friends? Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you guys so much. You've already visited